All right. So I've been trying to figure out what I can do to help you guys, accomplish this business, accomplish your goals. And honestly, it's going to be all about you. It's about what you guys decide because no matter what goes on in your business, no matter what circumstances come your way, no matter what happens in your life, it is ultimately up to you on how you change it. So, this is going to be stuff that you're gonna be like, huh, Ashton, you told me this, or guess what? I've heard it from here, I've heard it from there, I've heard it from here, and but you, but we need to hear these things over and over and over. So, first thing is brand. What you guys should know is your brand. If you don't know your brand, I highly recommend that you find out what your brand is because your brand is who you are. Beachbody is not your brand. Beachbody is the company that you work for. It's your business, but it's not you, and people want to know you. So you guys need to tell your story. You have to know your reason for being in the business. What is it? Are you a dad? Are you a mom? Are you a single dad? Are you a single mom? Are you a stay-at-home dad? Are you a stay-at-home mom? What are you into? What do you guys like to talk about? Are you someone who's into faith? Do you spiritually talk on your Facebook? If I could go on your Facebook, I could probably look at the posts that you guys are posting out and figure out something that you love to talk about. Does fashion appeal to you? If fashion appeals to you, then you know what? Maybe you're putting out pictures of a fashion outfit or whatnot. What struggles? Are you someone that's overcome struggles along the way? Photography. If you love photography, I bet you could just put out some quick photography tips or something that you made that will attract people because that's who you are. Are you a husband? Are you a wife? Are you into nutrition? Are you, I don't want to say geek, but that's what it comes down to, a geek, a nerd. Um, into technology. That's what I would say. I wouldn't say geek. So, are you a runner? Do you love to run? Do you love animals? Do you love to travel? Is music a huge part of your life? Do you like beauty? Whatever it is completely, this is your business. And when you can recognize your brand, you will be able to grow this based on you because you want people to follow who you are. Beachbody is they promote the products. The products are known out there. I mean, if you guys didn't just see Carl Daikeler's post earlier today, you know, we're being promoted and featured in New York Times Square. That is crazy. Trust me, the brand of Beachbody is getting promoted out there. But who are you? What is going to stand out from you compared to every other single coach out there? What makes you you? So, you need to tell your story. You have to know the reason for being in the business and be able to tell it clearly. What is your purpose? What is important to you? What makes you apart from other coaches? Why do you believe in Beachbody versus other products? So for me, my my reason for being in this business is freedom. And I love, if you guys didn't see the video that I made earlier, it is on my YouTube page for the coaches. And I kind of went on just a little itty bitty of a rant about why Beachbody. So you guys can watch that. But I stand by Beachbody because it's simple, basic, and it's nutrition, exercise, and support. The way that we are supposed to do this. I promote who I am. You know what? I go out and I have treat meals. I had caramel apples. I had 2 of them. Did you see that? My kids, they're the reason why I became healthy in the first place. I did not want to, I didn't want to leave them at an early life. They need me. I'm their mama. They need me. So you guys have to know your reason for being in it. Beachbody, like I said, they promote the products, but you're not Beachbody. So people want to know who you are, and you are a real person. So what did you go through before you were a coach, and what has happened since you have been a coach? You know, everyone has a story, even if you've only made $5, if you've made $10, if you've lost 5 pounds, that is still a story. There's a story behind you going from, you know, being completely depressed to getting some light shed on your life. So please make sure you guys are muted. But, you know, we have to look at our missions. So what is Beachbody's mission? Beachbody has a mission to help people live healthy, fulfilling lives, to end the trend of obesity. So yes, you guys, that is your mission too, because that's a part of Beachbody. But you also have a mission. I stand by belief. My fan page is called Believe2Achieve. My team is Believe2Achieve Team. My blog is Believe2Achieve because I want others to know that when you believe, you can achieve, that you can and you will do this. You have to ask yourself, why are you a coach? So if you guys write down, you know, before I was a coach, before I was a Beachbody coach, story, after becoming a coach, story. That is something that you can put out, even if it's very small, it's going to grab an attention to those that you're talking to. You might not think that your story is special, or you might not think that you had a great story, but you have no idea if someone is going through something very similar to you are, that you can reach and grab their attention. You still had a story. So failure often breeds success. Showing people that you have failed along the way and transparently embracing those pitfalls demonstrates the humanity that you have in your business. And this will help others feel more connected to you on a personal level. So when I'm talking about struggles, don't be afraid to talk about it. We are not perfect. Lately, I've been feeling fluffy. So I'm sure that's going to be a post out there. And I haven't even hit Thanksgiving yet. So this is going to be interesting. Now, so whatever your guys' struggles are, then let open to them. You know, Michael Jordan got cut from his high school basketball team. Walt Disney first got fired from his newspaper because they said he had lack of imagination. Right? Walt Disney, yep, lack of imagination. Crazy. Albert Einstein wasn't able to speak until he was almost 4 years old, and his teachers told him that he would never amount to anything. So no matter what struggles you guys are going through, open up about them, because once you start letting people know that you're battling or you're struggling, you're real, this is where your story shines, because not only are you a real person, but this puts out more accountability for you as well. So, you know, think of also your ultimate, it says here, like, how have you failed? Who's your ideal customer? Chalene Johnson talks tremendously about, you know, who's your ideal customer? Who do you picture? You know, think of kind of age, gender, maybe location. I know that I attract a lot of females. I attract a lot of moms. Your before picture is the same, you know, same as mine. What'd you do? And that's just what it is. So, I mean, think of your ideal customer when you're talking as well. Okay, now create a system. So once you've figured out your brand, once you know who you are and you can start talking about who you are, create a system that works for you. This is what I created for myself. And I believe I have this up on both of the team pages, and it has tremendously helped me out in scheduling some posts, especially for like my motivational group. I had those posts set up this morning or last night ready to go because I knew roughly what I wanted to do. Now, one second. Sorry. All right. So when you create a system that works for you guys And like, this isn't always what I post. I don't always post this stuff. I don't post all 4 of those things every single day, but I have an idea of what I want to post about. And if you stay consistent on what you're posting about, like maybe everyone's seeing that on Tuesday in my motivational group, I always talk about what's one thing that you're proud of. And it's a great post. People are like, oh, this. And not only is it a great post and a lot of people will grab at it, that's a great way for you to start giving acknowledgement to them, like letting them know, wow, that's amazing. Like, praise them. Everyone wants to feel special. Everyone wants to be praised. Everyone wants to feel special. That's it. We do. And when we accomplish something, we want people to tell us we did a good job. Every single one of us does. So you'll find the things that work, but you'll also create that consistent action each and every single day. Give yourself like different stuff to talk about. Give yourself options, but if you're giving yourself 5 options each and every single day for different places, then like I said, you'll be more prepared if you're like, oh, I don't really know what to post out. And don't hesitate to reuse a post. Like I started, I think it was last week, started going to post about a year ago, a little over a year ago, and like looking at how engaging they were. Like, were there a lot of people liking these? What was it that people were liking? What were people talking about? And then I've been copying them and putting them in a document to reuse for the rest of this year, or to reuse, next year and stuff. So use the post, even if it's from a month ago. Brendan Bouchard is the one that talks about that. He talks about how, I think it's like 3 weeks. He's like, if you have a great post that was posted like 3 or 4 weeks ago, don't hesitate to reuse it again. So I don't think I'm going to go too much into like the whole synergy situation, which he talks about, but if you'll notice, I post things on my fan page and I'll share them from my fan page to my regular Facebook page at a later time, or share them in my motivational group. And that creates people to come to your fan page and not posting the same thing on your page, on your fan page to your motivational group, because that's what I used to do. And people were getting annoyed because they were like, I'm seeing the same thing from you 3 times. So you have to find and create that system. All right, next, once you create that system, now you'll be able to create call to actions. Now, call to actions are powerful, yet they're overlooked. I talk about creating call to actions on every single post that you put out. I think Lindsay will be like, hey, do that jab, jab, right hook. But if you notice on her post, or if you start noticing people's posts, you can create a call to action on everything that you're posting out. It doesn't matter. And here's like one that I put out with my kids for my son's birthday. Like I was like, hey, I passed on the pizza, but I had a cupcake. If you could only treat yourself to one thing at a party, what would it be? And I gave them options. And as you can see, I had over 25 comments and about 30 some likes. So it had nothing to do with the business, but it created a call to action. So next, I posted something about the temperatures. It was freezing. And this one had, oh my gosh, it had like 120 comments and about 60 likes, 60 some likes. Nothing to do with the business, but it created a call to action saying, hey, post your temperatures below. It's 7 degrees here, burr. Easy, simple post that I was able to create that picture. It was with me and my kids, and post that out, and it brought people to my page. And when you create people to come to your page, even if it has nothing to do with your health and fitness post or your Beachbody post, it creates that engagement, because Facebook knows that if you don't talk with someone or they don't conversate with you, then they kind of hide your things, or they hide their things from you in the news feed. That's why it's good to go through your Facebook friends and, even go on to 3 people's pages. Start from the letter A, work your way down or whatever it is, and like and talk on their page, because that will create the engagement between you and them and create you to see their newsfeed and them to see yours. So next thing, I posted about health and fitness. It was a little bit about what Shakeology was doing. And yes, it was, hey, one lucky person will get, a winner, or will get a gift. And it was, on average, how many times do you eat out? And what is your average cost per day? Not only was this a great call to action post, and I mean, it got quite a bit of likes. It got 30 some comments. What happened was, I was seeing that there are people that are going out like 3 times a day, and on average they're spending $10 per day. And I got to talk to quite a bit of people, and like, so you're spending on average from $20 to $40 per week on meals. Well, ring ding 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 ding, Shakeology. What does that break down? If you were having that 7 times, if you're having that one meal every single day for 7 days, that's cheaper. Those are those people that are like, I can't afford Shakeology, it's too much. And then when you put it that way, they're like, oh my goodness, right? Next was just like a sneak peek of Turbo Kick. So if you're an instructor for anything, give them a little sneak peek of what you're doing, post it on your fan page, and then post it out to your regular page from your fan page. Share it out. Don't hesitate to also tag people, because when you tag people, other people will see it. Like, I tagged Carl Deichler and Kristen Sullins, who was my teacher to become an instructor. And I believe that created more of the likes that I had. And the more likes that you have, even if someone was just like, oh, hey, yeah, like, the more that's up on your friend's newsfeed. One other thing that I'm going to tell you about your guys' post. When you're posting out, if people are talking, conversate back with them, because that creates more comments on your stuff. So if you go on my Facebook page and you start scrolling through my news feed on my Facebook page, you will see that I'm usually the last one to comment on every single post, because I'm going to be the last one talking. Because once someone creates another comment and I create another comment, if it was this post that had 180 some likes, even if it's tomorrow, that's going to be high up on someone's newsfeed again. Does that make sense? So ask yourself, does your first sentence grab your attention enough to continue reading? Is there a way to ask a question, ask them to like it, asking someone to say, like this if you've ever felt like this, or like this if you feel the same way. And maybe it's just a picture of you, whatever it may be. Ask them if they felt the same way, and, like it, or share it. If you felt this way, share it. Ask to tag someone. Like, there's a post that I put out, and I've put out about like strong women, and I'm like, tag a strong woman. You will see the things that create more engagement. Not only that, though, too, is that maybe you can try that post in a few weeks if you were like, man, this was a great post, but it really didn't get the attention that I thought it would. So I'm going to save it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create it at a later time, or a different time, because time really is a big thing. And I haven't figured out the greatest times yet for me. I'm still figuring that out. But look at your guys' post, because then you'll know. So next, now that you know for the brand, it comes down to brand, creating your system, setting out those call to actions based on your brand. What's next? Daily to-do list. If you guys do not have a daily to-do list, I'm going to highly recommend that you get one. Why? Because we all have those days when there's a million things to do and we don't know how we're going to get it all done, right? So it's easy to become overwhelmed. I've been there plenty of times, lots and lots and lots of times, and I know it's usually when I don't have a list. So by the vast quantity of tasks, that we have to do every single day, we're like, oh my goodness, right? We could do millions of things with this. So sometimes we have so many stuff up in the air that we lose track of some things. And sometimes we forget to do just the small important tasks. So when we get too busy, we end up feeling like we're barely able to keep up and our heads are way above the water, right? There's not enough time. I didn't get everything that I wanted done. Create a list. So I posted here, and I can put these in the team page. One was Caleb. This is his like daily to-do list. And it's funny because here's this little red arrow saying focus. And I think that's a great idea because I'm a sapphire. I don't know how to focus. Then I listed Scotty Hobbs' 10 things to do. Now, if you want to pick and choose what it is that you want to do or how you want to make your to-do list, then create your own. But have a daily to-do list in front of you every single day. Maybe you have something that you're going to specifically kind of work on every single day, and then you can add little things to do here and there. But you need to work from a list. One of the most important reasons for keeping a to-do list is the organization. So organizing your tasks with a list can make everything much more manageable and make you feel grounded. Seeing a clear outline of your completed and uncompleted tasks can also help you feel organized and stay mentally focused. It's kind of like an accomplishment, right? Like oh yes, I just did this, check it off. So as you cross them off, again, you'll feel a sense of progress and accomplishment that can be missed when you're rushing from one activity to the next. You're like, I felt like I did a lot, but I didn't do a lot, but I really don't know, because you know that feeling, right? So the affirmation that you are making progress will help motivate you and help keep you moving forward rather than feeling overwhelmed. So having a list of all your tasks will allow you to sit down and make a plan. And then one study showed that if you spend 15 minutes planning out your to-do list, if you spend 15 minutes, whatever, maybe it's 10 minutes, or maybe you have this to-do list, you make it one time and you pretty much keep that and then you tweak it here and there. But what happens is that you can save an hour of execution time. That's what the study showed, is an hour. That's a power hour that you could have just by creating a 15-minute to-do list. Sacrifice maybe 15 minutes of your sleep to do that. So to-do lists are also useful external memory aid. So they give you a permission not to forget. Because how many of you guys are like, oh, I got to do this, and you don't have a list in front of you, and then you completely forget, and you're like, oh, crap. So you'll never lose it, right? As long as you look at the list, you'll never lose it. So if you record all your tasks in your to-do list, you can easily review the list and prioritize the most important task. Why waste your time on trivial activities when there are important matters that need your attention? One study conducted by the Harvard Business Review showed that 90% of managers wasted valuable time through poor time management. So your to-do list will help you focus your attention on the most important task at the moment. So, as you succeed at each step along the way, you'll gain confidence crossing those items off. So start making your to-do list today, you guys, because I'm going to tell you, you're going to be less stressed, you're going to be more organized, and you guys are going to find yourself more time than you realize. So those of you that are really like, oh my gosh, I really don't know how I can add anything else, so you're overwhelmed. If you don't have a list, I highly recommend creating that list this weekend. Maybe you have some time off of work for the holidays. Take that 15 minutes, it might take you maybe 30 minutes to create your own to-do list, go through a few of the top coaches' to-do list, and then bring yours and then copy it, print it out, have it in front of you. Now, track it. I know that these things, like I said, are things that I've told you guys over and over and over, or you've heard it over and over. But if you guys want to be successful, it's literally this simple. You need to know what you are doing Because if you don't know what you're doing, how do you know how you're going to change something in order to progress? Even if this is like a system, if you don't want to use this business activity tracker, let's say like for me, I write down in my calendar everyone that, you know, that I need to like follow up with. That's what I've been doing. Everyone that I need to follow up with, I write in my calendar because I'll see it that same or that next day. I've been using Asana to follow up with people, so I keep track of what I'm talking about. There is ways that I have created now how to kind of keep track of what I'm doing. And again, that to-do list is really, 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 if you have that to-do list, then you know, like if you have, okay, I'm going to follow up with 5 people. So this kind of goes hand in hand. If you're like, dude, I checked off my to-do list. Yep. I read my personal development, obviously, because that's on my to-do list. I brought in 2 new people, or they go hand in hand. Find a system that works for you. Know what you are doing, love what you are doing, and believe in what you guys are doing. I learned this today from Danny Johnson, that the fortune is in the follow-up. When you make them feel special, they will recommend you. Can you imagine if, you know, and this is where maybe a delegation may come a little bit, but let's say you have a postcard. I got some postcards that I created, and I could start sending those to people that have purchased. But even those that have not purchased, I can send that to people just saying, hey, I hope everything is doing okay. Maybe you see on your newsfeed that you know, someone just lost someone. What would happen if you send them a message, a personal message through the mail, just a postcard saying, hey, I'm thinking of you, sorry for your loss, and yeah, I know it's more time, but it's something that, wouldn't it feel great if someone would, 2, 3, 5 people would send you a card like that? You know that they care for you. I know that we can't keep up with everyone. I know that we're only one person, but the key, or no, sorry, she says the fortune is in the follow-up. So even if it's a message that you're sending, this is why I started using Asana, is because I want to personally know these people. I've been forming so much lately because I want to know, like ones that I've talked about, maybe I've already talked about their jobs or kids years ago. I don't remember. I don't. So I've been talking with them again. So talk, form, and be interested in them and what they do and how their life is going. And that's what it is, generally interested in people. All right. Guess what? You just repeat that. Repeat that every single day. Sounds so simple and easy, right? So I wanted to let you guys know some things. Boldly fail. Failure can and will happen regardless of how awesome your work ethic is. The most successful people understand the reality of failure, and it's important in finding success. So while you may want to run and hide after you fail, you must learn from your mistakes to ensure that you don't fail in the same way the second time around. And I am one to hit up on that. I've failed at keeping up with my coaches. Like I'll do really, 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 really great, and then I'll fail. And so if any of my coaches are on, I'm sorry. I know that you guys hear it probably every single week. And I've been trying to create these systems, and I fail on it. I'm trying to be a better leader, but I'm not going to stop trying until I master it, until I become better at being a leader and helping you guys achieve your goals, because that's what it's ultimately about. This is about you guys that want to stay home with your kids. This is about you guys who want to live freedom. This is about you guys getting out of your dead-end job that you are so stressed about and frustrated because you're overworked and underpaid. Overworked and underpaid. That's it. So in order for you guys to do that, you're going to have to create some sacrifices. And I know that you've heard this, but I'm telling you right now that if you don't change anything, then there will not be any change in your life and in your business. It's as simple as that. It is completely as simple as that. You have to create a change. So you have to find the system that works for you. Okay, I'm sorry. I keep saying have to. Let me turn that around and say I highly recommend or I suggest, because that's what Danny Johnson told me to say. And that's what I've learned from her. So you don't have to do anything with your business, but I would recommend that if you want change in your life and you are not happy with your life right now, I recommend that you make a change, because that is the only way that you're going to create a change. Set goals. Those who are successful set daily achievable goals. Well, find success by setting SMART goals. I really don't like that one anymore, because Brendan Burchard said to make dumb goals. Yes, you need to create goals that you can achieve, but what are you setting yourself short for? Did we really think that people were going to be on the moon? Did those people really just be like, oh yeah, no, we're going to create? No, they created this and people thought they were crazy, and it happened. So you guys need to dream big. I'm going to say set those dreams and make dumb goals. And you can check Brendan Burchard's definition of what dumb goals are on his YouTube. All right, carefully track your progress. Often success comes down to keeping your eye on the prize while regularly monitoring behaviors, strategies, and tactics. So as you can tell, that this is what this call is about how I'm learning on brand is important, scheduling, keeping that daily to-do list, all of that. So you want to make adjustments if you don't know how you're doing it. I mean, you can't make adjustments if you don't know how you're doing it. So be sure to hold yourself accountable by checking your progress as often as possible and getting feedback when it's due. This is where you will understand what you're doing in your business and what you can do to change it, right? Same way, like I said, you can't create a change if you don't know what you're doing, and if you don't make a change. So don't wait to act. Successful people don't always know the right answer, but they keep moving anyway. Talking action will lead to answers. So don't let obstacles stall you when you're searching for the right solution. Find it. I cannot tell you enough how much I recommend your personal development and learning. If you don't know what to do, then find it. Figure it out, you guys. Like today, my phone was not charging. I thought my phone was dead. I'm like, oh my goodness. For like 2 seconds, all right, my phone's dead. I am gonna have to get a new phone, which I can't get a new phone right this second because I just got a new laptop. What am I gonna do? I stressed for like a second, and then I'm like, you know what? Who cares? I don't want to stress on it. If I don't have a phone, I'm gonna work from my computer. I'm gonna get this figured out. It's gonna work. Just that's all I need to know. And that's what I thought about. And then lo and behold, I prayed, and about an hour later, after being sitting and charging, it just started finally charging. Don't know why, don't know how, don't care, because I wasn't going to worry about it. All right, connect the dots. Those who are successful have the ability to see the greater picture. Look at things in the past, present, and future context and receive favorable results. Harness your confidence. How many of you guys are literally, truly confident and believe in your abilities and what you do? If you're saying, no, I doubt myself a lot, then you need to hit hard on personal development. And I would recommend, I love my listening to YouTube. Even if I'm creating posts, it does not distract me, but I'll hear little things like never give up, da 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 da, all these little itty bitty quotes that pop up. Sometimes I'll hear them and I'm like, oh, okay. So this will help you build confidence. If you are confident in what you're doing and you believe in what you're doing and you're confident in talking to people, then that's going to create a world of a difference in how you run your business and how you deal with people. Be alert. Awareness breeds success. If you're not keyed into your environment, then you're sure to miss out on opportunities. Listen to what's being said about your company. Listen to what's, like I said, I just posted about the New York Times Square. Like I saw it and I'm like, it came up on my newsfeed because Lindsay posted on it and Dennis posted on it. And I'm like, this is crazy. I got to post this out. That's huge, you guys. Huge. All right. Persevere. Truly successful people never give up. Do they ever fail? Oh, yeah. But As times get hard, their stamina to move forward does not move. Develop a willingness to work through your challenges and encounter it along the way. Communicate like a pro. Those who are successful have an ease of convincing others. They don't manipulate or pressure, but logically explain the benefit. That's where finding out what people's problems are and communicating to them with confidence will allow you guys to move more easily when you negotiate your visions, when you talk about why you're in this, why you do what you're doing. And like I said, I had a huge rant, and I just, if you have time to listen to it, I think it's about 8 minutes, and you may just do it. All right, commit. Success doesn't come without effort. The most successful individuals are often the most committed to what they are working towards. So go the extra mile every day and make no exceptions, because what happens in the past is gone. What's going to happen in the future, you don't know, and you can't count for that time because you may not have it. All you have is 86,400 seconds every single day to cash into. Act as if those were dollars. If you could cash in a bank that had $86,400 in your bank account, and you could cash every single penny out, but if you don't cash every single penny out, it's gone at midnight. And then in the morning again, you'll have it again. Would you not cash out every single dollar that comes out of that account? That's what you get every single day. You can't get it back when it's gone. You have today to work with, and that's why today matters. All right, display. So again, what you do today matters. Okay, last one here. So success doesn't have to come with an ego. In fact, many successful people don't have one. This is because they understand that while factors may come into play, some failure can be chalked up into their own shortcomings. Never forget to hold yourself accountable for every aspect of your life. This is how you'll remain focused and humble. Make these habits second nature, and success will be sure to follow. So I hit this right at, it's going to cut off within less than a minute. This is recorded. I hope that what you guys have learned is something valuable to you. I also started using an app, which I'll post in the page, that tracks what I'm doing online. It helps you keep focused. And that's something that you can look at as well. You guys just need to create what works for you. Find the systems that work. These have all come from the top coaches, but you need to make it work for you. So today matters, and every single day will matter. Tomorrow when you wake up, it's a new day. Take it on. Cash in those dollars. And don't let anything stop you guys. Believe in yourself.